Starbucks is facing a critical crossroads, announcing major store closures and layoffs in a bold move to revive its faltering business. New York, Starbucks is embarking on a significant restructuring effort, which includes shutting down hundreds of its cafes and implementing a second wave of layoffs at its corporate headquarters. This initiative is part of CEO Brian Niccol's strategy to breathe new life into the iconic coffee chain, which has been struggling to regain its former momentum. On Thursday, Niccol revealed that Starbucks plans to close approximately 1% of its stores this month, translating to hundreds of locations. To put this into perspective, the company had 18,734 stores across North America as of the end of June, and by the end of September, that number is expected to drop to around 18,300. This reduction is not just a routine adjustment, but a deliberate move to optimize the company's physical presence. The financial impact of this restructuring is substantial, with Starbucks anticipating costs around $1 billion. Despite this, the company's stock, SBUX, remained steady during pre-market trading, reflecting cautious investor sentiment. In a heartfelt letter to employees, Niccol explained that the decision to close certain stores came after a thorough review of their locations. The stores targeted for closure are those that either fail to provide the welcoming atmosphere customers and employees expect, or lack a clear path to financial success. While Starbucks regularly closes underperforming stores, Niccol emphasized that this round of closures is more extensive and impactful than usual. We recognize that our coffee houses serve as vital community hubs, so closing any location is a difficult choice, Niccol acknowledged. This is a more significant action that will affect both our partners and customers. Despite these closures, Starbucks is not retreating but rather gearing up for growth. The company plans to remodel over 1,000 stores, introducing a refreshed design that features cozier seating, increased power outlets, and warmer color schemes to enhance the customer experience. This revamp aims to make Starbucks locations more inviting and comfortable, encouraging longer visits and stronger community ties. Alongside the store closures, Starbucks announced an additional 900 layoffs at its corporate offices, adding to the roughly 1,000 job cuts made earlier this year, in February. Employees affected by these layoffs will be informed by Friday and will receive generous severance packages and support to ease the transition. Moreover, many open positions within the company will be eliminated as part of this streamlining effort. Niccol expressed empathy for those impacted, stating, "We did not make these decisions lightly. I understand how deeply these changes affect our partners and their families. However, I firmly believe these steps are essential to building a stronger, more resilient Starbucks that can deepen its positive impact on the world and create more opportunities for our partners, suppliers, and the communities we serve." Niccol, who took the helm about a year ago, has been tasked with revitalizing Starbucks, a brand with a rich history but recent financial struggles. Despite his efforts, the company's stock has dropped roughly 12%, and sales have yet to show a clear turnaround. To streamline operations, Niccol has cut about 30% of the menu, simplifying choices for customers and staff alike. At the same time, he has introduced trendy new items such as protein toppings and coconut water to keep the brand relevant and appealing to health-conscious consumers. The food offerings are also being refreshed, with new croissants and baked goods rolling out to complement the beverage lineup. Beyond the big-picture changes, Starbucks is also making smaller but meaningful adjustments. For example, self-serve milk and sugar stations have returned, giving customers more control over their drinks. The company has also brought back the charming tradition of doodles on coffee cups, adding a personal touch to the customer experience. Additionally, Starbucks has subtly rebranded itself as Starbucks Coffee Company to reinforce its core identity as a coffee purveyor. However, not all of Niccol's changes have been met with enthusiasm. Some baristas have pushed back against new uniform policies, which even sparked a lawsuit, highlighting tensions between management and frontline workers. Furthermore, some of the new drink recipes have been criticized for being overly complicated, causing stress during busy periods and raising questions about operational efficiency. But here's where it gets controversial. Are these drastic cuts and changes truly the best path forward for Starbucks, or could they risk alienating the very employees and customers that have made the brand successful? Is simplifying the menu and closing stores a sign of smart adaptation or a sign of deeper troubles? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you agree with Niccol's approach, or do you think Starbucks should take a different route? Share your opinions in the comments below. This story has been updated with additional context.